my name's Rosie, and I'm working working for Changeworks on Kitchen Canny, this lovely, beautifully designed and colourful project. And the aim of coming here tonight is to tell you about it with the hope that you might want to actually take part in it as individuals yourselves, but also promote it to other people involved in Greener Leaf and in the community locally, so that they can also take part. So yeah, I'm going to tell you a little bit about it, but before we do that, I'd like to actually get you guys thinking a little bit about food waste and what it means and what the issues are behind that. So if you can maybe work in, how should we get you guys, maybe if you three want to work together, and then maybe four of you at the end, and then you three down here, if you can kind of get into little groups. And I'm going to just give you each group some post-its. This one I'm going to fling up. Nearly there. So in your groups, I'd just like you to brainstorm maybe 4 or 5 things, and each one on a different post-it. You write each one on a different post-it. Food that gets chucked away. So what things end up getting chucked away
in general
house,
or in our house?
You can be in general or in your own house if you're feeling like being enveloped. It's up to you entirely. Okay, sounds like there's quite a few ideas coming out there, things that get thrown away. Obviously maybe not in your households, but in general. Thinking hypothetically. What I'd like you to do now is write a second post-it for each of the ones you've already written that is the reason why that thing gets thrown away. So if you've written sausages, if you've written, you might say because they sat in the fridge, or because I bought 2 for 1.
Portion control.
So, every post-it type of food, please write a post-it on why that gets thrown away.
Takeaway.
Forget about it. Okay, does one of you want to bring up maybe 3 of your foodstuffs and the reason, and put them up here and tell us what the foodstuff is and what the reasons are that foodstuff gets thrown away? You can choose your 3 favourites. We'll start with that group first, and then we'll come. Yeah, so we'll hear what.
And please eat some more of these, because otherwise they'll be left over.
We're not throwing
I don't be entirely wrong.
No, we're going to throw it away, I can assure you that.
So yes, what have we got?
Cucumbers.
Oh
yeah.
Did they get?
Like we've also found solutions.
They get squashed in the bottom of the fridge.
So they end up sitting at the bottom of that tray and getting squashed. Okay.
I think it's a density thing.
Okay. We've got an issue with cucumber density. Excellent.
Rice.
Okay.
Portion control.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, what, as in you cook too much and then you can't reheat it the next day because of the concern about what there's a... Yeah, okay, yeah.
And leftovers in general, fussy children.
Okay, so I don't eat that, that looks minging.
I don't.
Yeah, that sort of thing.
Like you have to offer it to them, but then they don't have to eat it.
Is that right?
Well,
if you want your pudding, you'll eat this much that I've got on the table in front of you. Okay, so we've got cucumber, rice and general leftovers, thank you very much. Okay, do you guys want to bring up maybe 3 of yours? Again, trying to find ones that are different from what we've got there.
Just a 3, okay.
Yeah, and you can tell us what the reasons are that you chose them. The carrot recall.
Yeah, I'll improvise. Okay, so we said milk because you tend to have to buy it in too large a container and you don't get through it.
Okay.
Bread, especially if it's got no preservatives in it, so it's going to get stale quickly. And fruit, maybe you buy too much or you forget about it and it shrivels up and just goes in nasty.
Okay, it sits in the looking apologetic and then ends it up. Yeah, okay. Thank you very much. Okay, you guys finally, do you want to choose? If you've got, don't worry if you've got a crossover with 1 or 2 of them, but if you've got 3 different ones, that'd be fantastic. So far we've got cucumbers, rice, leftovers, fruit in general, bread and milk.
Okay, yeah, we had bread and milk as well. We thought with both of them just because they go off very quickly rather than anything else. They do kind of go wrong.
They are kind of very quick perishables.
We had meat, but we were told to specify. So we put seafood. Which isn't meat. It's a non-vegetarian product. And it's really the use-by date. People do worry, like particularly seafood, also meat, you won't chance it. Whereas, a vegetable, you sort of, how bad can it be?
Yeah.
Wait till you see the cucumber.
I was going to say that.
Finally, Rob's suggestion, which is my favourite. stuff at the back of the cupboard.
Ah.
Yeah.
Because you forget
True.
about it.
You forget about those chutneys, those jams, those
That's
things, those
so
Christmas
good.
puddings from
Those
last
things.
year, all of those things that stay.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Because there's sell by and best by, isn't there? People sort of like think,
Exactly.
right, sell by, you've got to eat it by that, but no. And look, I'm living proof that eat stuff past the best by and you still.
So best before is kind of the texture and flavour will be at its
It's all
optimum.
it's all marketing, I think.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's just a whole big conspiracy theory by producers to make you buy more food and throw
Absolutely.
the old stuff away anyway.
Yeah, and the whole 2 for 1 and all that kind of stuff
Exactly.
in the supermarket as well perpetuates it. So yeah,
People
there's
get a
probably
bit
a lot of
shaky,
marketing
don't
in
they,
there.
about not knowing, like, people keep going, do you think this is alright to eat? And you go, well, just sniff it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Smell it. Yeah.
No, but it's true. It is true. And people get
think
very
it's date,
nervous.
and that's it. And there's no way
Yeah.
of telling.
Absolutely. No, I think all of it's to do with that kind of thinking about how long it's good for, when can you eat it by, when is safe. A lot of it's to do with safety and feeling kind of afeared of getting, particularly botulism in the rice case, but just general tummy bugs and stuff. So just thinking about the reasons that we throw food away are because it's become inedible, or in our minds it's become inedible. So they kind of make a distinction between those two things. But it's just great to get us starting to think about the kinds of things that we do chuck away.